What's up guys, it's Ray back here, and this just really like a heads up before we get started with this video. I want to tell you guys that I'm actually heading out to CES 2020 in Vegas this week. It's a yearly tradition for me to go to the show, and this is actually my 5th consecutive year going. I know, I'm getting old. So make sure to follow along because these next few days are going to be absolutely off the charts. There's going to be so many videos filled with fun, innovative, new, cool tech, and lots of fun new experiences, so get hyped and get excited! Anyways, in this video today, I want to share with you guys my favorite Nintendo 2DS and Nintendo 3DS games that I think are totally worth playing in 2020. You guys always ask for my recommendations when it comes to 3DS games, so let's make it happen today. I mean, it is worth noting though that even if the 3DS is nearing the end of its lifespan, that really doesn't negate the fact that the system has some incredible games that are still worth diving into. I mean, it's almost 30 years later and people are still diving into NES games, still diving into SNES games. It's pretty wild, so there really is no excuse for not picking up a 2DS or a 3DS and just jumping right in. Since I don't have the ability to capture footage off my 2DS or my 3DS, I'm actually gonna have to read my list off my Amazon storefront idea list, and you guys can go check this out anytime you want because I'm gonna link it in the description box down below, and this is always updated with new games, new accessories that I recommend. So in no particular order, let's get right into this. First up, we have The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Fantastic, very, very unique Zelda game. It really just like takes it back to classic games that really made Nintendo what it is. Next is Super Mario 3D Land. If you like Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 64, you know, any Mario game, you're gonna love this one right here. Animal Crossing New Leaf, fantastic game, Animal Crossing on the 3DS. Next, we have Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. You guys know that I absolutely love Luigi's Mansion games. Like, oh my goodness, I'm a huge fan of them. Next, we have The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, which is a remake of the N64 classic. Next, we have Fire Emblem Awakening, which is typical Fire Emblem goodness on the 3DS. Moving on forward, we have Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Shovel Knight games are awesome. They really do take you back to like the old school games of like gaming on the NES or SNES. This one here is just awesome. Next, we have Metroid Samus Returns. We really don't get too many Metroid games nowadays, so this one here is a real treat. Next, we have Mario Party The Top 100, which is a collection of basically 100 mini games from the Mario Party franchise. This one really hit me in the feels because, my goodness, I can't tell you guys how many hours I logged into like the N64 Mario Party games with friends. So this one here really has like a sentimental value a little bit to me. I do hope that game does get a Switch remake at some point because it really is an awesome party game. Next, we have Pokemon Sun, which is an awesome Pokemon game. We have Pokemon Y, then Pokemon Omega Ruby, then Pokemon Ultra Sun, then Pokemon Ultra Moon. All of the Pokemon 3DS games are just off the charts. They're absolutely incredible, and you really can't go wrong, you know, no matter which region you decide to set foot in. I'm personally a huge fan of Pokemon Y because it was the first ever game that I played on my trusty little 2DS over here, and it's the first 3D main series Pokemon game that just really like stood out to me. But also Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, they're amazing games too, as is Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and Sun and Moon. I mean, you really can't go wrong. Moving on down the list, we have The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, which is a remake of the N64 classic, just like Ocarina of Time. Then we have Luigi's Mansion, which is a remake of the original GameCube classic. This one here, guys, oh my goodness. I'm just gonna go off on tangents all the time about Luigi's Mansion games and how good they are, but this one here is just like an awesome remake of the original one. Like, it does the classic good. Next, we have WarioWare Gold, which, like Mario Party The Top 100, this one is a collection of 300 micro games from the WarioWare franchise. Awesome game, tons of fun, and I would highly recommend it if you like mini games or micro games in this case, and WarioWare games. Next, we have Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. It's Super Smash Bros. On the 2DS or the 3DS. You really honestly can't go wrong unless you're going for Smash Bros. Ultimate on like the Switch Lite or the Switch. You really can't go wrong with the 3DS version here. It is awesome. Next, we have Mario Kart 7, which is Mario Kart on the go. You can't beat that, honestly. Then we have Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu is not really your typical Pokemon game. Pikachu talks, for one, and for two, it's kind of like you're solving a mystery. So if you like clue games like that, if you like solving mysteries and like going in search of things, you're gonna love Detective Pikachu here. And last but not least, we have New Super Mario Bros. 2. Awesome game, New Super Mario goodness on the 3DS. Awesome stuff. So if I had to choose just one game that defined the 3DS for me, what would it be? I would actually probably have to say Pokemon Y. I can't tell you guys how many hours I logged into the original Pokemon Red, Pokemon Silver, and Pokemon Crystal back in the day. Like, those are the games that defined my childhood. When I first booted up Pokemon Y, like, my goodness, guys, I was blown away. This is the first main series Pokemon game in 3D, and that was just like really a standout moment for me. I booted it up on the 2DS and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. I mean, we saw like 3D Pokemon in Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Coliseum, you know, games like that, but it wasn't a main series adventure, you know. Like, now we have Sword and Shields, but those are like we're used to it now, you know. This was the first ever main series 3D Pokemon game, and it really just stood out to me. Pokemon Y is fantastic. Now, I want to know what you guys think. What was the 3DS game that defined the system for you? Is it a game here on this list? Is it another one? I would love to know what you think down in the comments box down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it always helps out the channel. And until the next one, I will catch you guys later. Get out there, go game, and have some fun. Peace.